Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. And I'm recording this on July, what is the date today? 7, 8, somewhere around in there. I think it's the 8, I think it's the 7th today of July. And it is a Friday, and those are, um, I always look forward to those days, work wise, because those are my kind of, I've worked hard all week, and this is kind of my, let me, just ease ease into the day, and get done what I need to get done, but not, um, it's sort of like a release of the buildup of rush, rush, rush during the week. For me, Fridays are kind of, more laid back at work, so I'm looking forward to today. um, but I wanted to come to you. I usually lately have been doing Saturday and Sundays, but right now it feels like I need to deliver some sort of message here, and I feel like the message is one of encouragement. Um, I am using the Angel Tarot cards today, okay, and it feels very much like um, we've been feeling kind of um, peaks and valleys, peaks of something new, something fresh, more energy, more light energy, and then yet it feels like a roller coaster, like there's energy that's sort of, I don't want to say oppressive, but I want to say that it is energy that is um, sort of what happened. I had this light energy and I feel all these feelings. Um, could be anger, it could be resentment, maybe not so much resentment, but anger, frustration, impatience, things like that. Even physically exhausted, tired, um, feeling like you haven't had the energy to do much of anything. For us here in New England, where we are right now, I literally yesterday I almost had a meltdown because literally because the weather here has been nothing but humid, hot and humid, which actually is typical of summer sometimes, but this year it's worse. For the past, I would say, 2 weeks, we've had either rain or high heat and humidity, and it's been just really uncomfortable. And yesterday, I just almost wanted to cry because it just won't stop. And it felt very much like I wanted to just lay down and wake up when it's all over, right? And so today, um, it feels very much like that energy for all of us, where it's like, oh, this has been a journey and I just want some beautiful change. And it feels like the past, I'm going to say 2 years for some of you. For some of you, it's been a lot longer. But for the past few years, it's been um, quite a journey, uh, with struggles, with uncertainty about things, uncertainty about your livelihood, your job, uncertainty in romance, uncertainty in health, just a lot of things that kind of, um, when you think about what happened with COVID, the pandemic, you just say, why? Sometimes, why? Someone might just say, why did this happen? It just messed things up so much. But in reality, it did cause people, or give the opportunity for people to look at um, their environment and decide if they feel, or not decide, but feel into, is this comfortable for me? Is this where I need to be? Does my soul resonate with that job, with those people, with whatever? And so I don't look at COVID as um, that everything about it is absolutely detrimental. Yes, it was quite a challenging time. Yes, but I'm not going to go into that. But what I feel with that is that are, um, we should try to look at the silver lining in things, right? We should try to find something. And for me, it does feel very much like it gave people time to slow down and sort of examine their path and what it is that you feel you want to do. And some people did take up um, learning new things and exploring options. And of course, there was the big resignation where some people said enough, right? Enough of being treated unfairly, enough of not being treated. But here's the thing, there are many places that do, that it is that way, but a lot of that is also your soul telling you this is not for you anymore. It's not for you. And I think if circumstances hadn't happened the way they did, you would have just gone on and on and on in your job, and you would have experienced burnout and um, uh, feelings of unworthiness and whatever it is that was toxic in your workplace, right? Now, some of you are perfectly happy, and that's great. But let me just say one thing before we start with the cards. I know it's 6 minutes in, I'm sorry. Um, just take a minute to breathe in and out. Feel your chest rise and fall. Clear your energy so you can receive this message, because sometimes we absorb energies around us and it's hard to listen to your own voice. It's hard to focus. It's hard to sort of just get in that quiet moment, in that beautiful sacred place within yourself. And so these moments are designed and created to allow you to have those moments to yourself, for yourself, to go within, to listen, to allow your guides to come to you, because they're always there. Your angels are there. They're there for you. And as soon as you acknowledge them, they are right there to help you with whatever you need help with. So I'm going to use the Angel Tarot cards this morning, and here we go. So as usual, usually there's confirmation for what I'm feeling. The Nine of Fire pops out, right? Don't give up. Protect that which you've created, right? Have courage and believe in yourself. So listen, this isn't just a typical let's pep you up type of message here. I truly believe that for some of you, the presence of I want to say Aries energy, and that doesn't mean this message is just for you if you're Aries. This energy of never giving up is here for you, because I think we need an injection of don't give up. Right? We need that boost of encouragement to not give up. Our path can be windy, it can be slow, it can be fast, it can be whatever it is, but this journey that you're on is a physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, all of it, that needs to align, right? I always say that there needs to be balance. But so this message is, perhaps you have been too focused on something that you don't have, too focused on the lack of, or too focused on feeling insignificant, or whatever those more negative emotions are. And yes, some of us have a lack of sometimes. I will be real with you. The other day, I looked at my bank account, and I was just whatever. It was, I had just paid my mortgage, and I had $7. I'll be real, honest, $7 in my bank account, my checking account. And at first, I was like, threw my hands in the air, and I was like, and then something hit me. It was, this is only temporary. This is only temporary. And so I feel like the outcome for these situations is, how are we looking at that? Am I always going to be like this? It's always going to be like, no. What Spirit is trying to tell us is, listen, it does, on the human, in your humanness, looking at something like that could make someone panic or feel discouraged, or maybe even question, why is this happening to me? Why? But Spirit says, listen, you are so capable of creating so much more in your life. If you focus on the why does this happen? Why am I so low on money? Am I always going to be this way? When is it ever going to end? It's like you attract that energy and it comes towards you and it stays with you. So I'm telling you guys, the way around this, and I believe it myself, the way to come out of this is to not see it as lack of, but to see it as, this is temporary, I'm going to fix that. So I don't have to be in that situation again. It works hand in hand with your soul and your physical, mental thoughts on this, and your belief in turning this around. Because I'm telling you, this is a situation where we are so capable of manifesting, guys. It's all how we view it. It's all how we react to situations, and it's all how we handle it going forward. And so I believe that some of you are really in a situation and you're just done. You're just so tired. You just don't know how to go on. But I feel Spirit saying, do you feel change in the air at all? And if some of you say no, it's because, I feel like it's because you're not, you're allowing the negativity to still flow through you and to rule over positive. And I'm not saying that, let me just, if I say out loud every day, life is going to get better, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. It is. But I'm not saying that you have to just sit around and wait for something. If it feels right, do it. Go for it. If you need a side job, if you need something, go for that. But work towards moving along with the universe, working in tandem with the universe. Work on. For me, let me tell you what happens to me. And I've been in this a long time as a spiritual person, a spiritual guide. And I've learned a lot along the way. But what happens with me is sometimes I just want to lay down and forget everything. And sometimes you need to. But sometimes you have to get up and you have to look. You have to work towards things. You have to look for avenues to where you can increase your, I'm talking financial here, or to increase your financial situation, okay? Part of that is by being positive and saying to the universe and to yourself, I know I'm capable of more. I'm going to tell you something that reminds me, mental note, let me tell you in just a sec. But anyways, so it is it is that energy that's coming in for you to get up and to move and to not give up, to have that Aries energy being kind of the winds of that energy sort of blowing in your direction, figuratively, right? So it is a encouraging step for us to not just don't try to do things out of desperation, do things out of anticipation and positivity. Rather than desperation. That's, I found over the years that if I get in prayer and I'm desperate, which a lot of people do sometimes, because they just feel that if they bargain and say, God, I'll do this if you give me that. But I feel like your divine creator is saying, why are you asking me all of this? You're capable of this. So work it out within yourself, because that's the way you were designed. Your energy is, we don't use our energy the way we should. That's what I feel. I don't either. But so they're telling us to work within ourselves and with our guides, with our intuition, with all of that, because I can't say it enough. I say it so often that we are magical beings of light. And yeah, I know my situation's temporary. I expected it to be low in my bank account, not in a bad way, but just because of the nature of how things went how things were going this past month financially. But I know in my heart and soul that in this month of July, things change. I know it. I feel it. And so it's important that you get to that place where you can recognize and feel the winds of change coming in for you. Is there anything you want to say, Archangel Michael? Yeah, see? Decide to be happy now. Let me tell you something. I'm an artist. I paint on canvas. I've been doing this for a few years now, like regularly, and because it's very therapeutic. But I did a painting. I finished it a couple days ago, and I looked at it and I like it, but I just had this overwhelming energy of, I'm better than this. I need to go bigger. I just know that there's something more. And it's funny because I texted my daughter, and she said, Mom, I've been telling you that too. You're capable of so much more within your whole, everything in your life, not just painting. But I do like my paintings, but there's something more. And I know I'm capable of more. I want to go bigger. I want to go in different directions with it. I want to branch out more, and I want my art to be recognized because I want to share it. I want it to be appreciated. And so with the way things are with all of us right now, there's something in your life that's not big enough for you. You're capable of so much more. I just feel it in my heart. And that doesn't mean that a job that isn't as important as, say, you're in non-management and then there's a management job or a higher up. It doesn't mean your job is any less important. You know what I'm trying to say? Whatever it is in your life that needs to go bigger, it doesn't mean that you're not good enough for something. And it just means that your soul's resonating, that you are capable of more, okay? So don't look at it like, well, I am, so much less on the totem pole than someone else. No, because there's something that you have that someone else doesn't have. And I feel like in this time, it's time to say, I'm not going to be, I'm not perfect, but I want to be happy. And I have said that in the past. If things weren't going my way, I just want to be happy, God. Why can't I just be happy for once? And so for me, that feels like a whiny sort of acceptance of not being happy. You're not able to be happy. And so I've learned that when I put myself in a place where I find something that brings me joy, it lifts my energy, and I don't feel that way. Like, I just want to be happy. Listen, success comes with, I just want to be successful. Find something in your life that's successful. Did you have kids? That's successful. Did you go to college? That's successful. What did you find in your life? Find something in your life that's successful, and guess what? Experience it now so that more of that comes to you. That's why Archangel Michael says be happy now. Find something that makes you happy. Yeah, I had $8 in the bank. Okay, what can I do with $8? A lot. Without that, and for me, painting, gardening, doing messages, helping people find their light, right? And that helps me be happy too. And so if we're in that space where we can find something that makes us happy, then I feel like that's an effort to be happy now, and that attracts the energy of more of that. So that's what Archangel Michael's saying. That's an example of, that's what you need to do, is to practice um, what you want. Practice, do a vision board or something. If it's more money, if it's better health, put things on that vision board that remind you that these are your desires and that this is what you want. And so then you remind yourself to find ways to find that happiness, right? The sun comes out, guys. That's an excellent card. The sun. Look, 1 and 9 is 10. The sun. Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome. Right? New ideas that lead to success. Have confidence. And so that sun that comes out for us is really, I feel like it's a light exposing something within yourself, that finding those good things within your life, within yourself. And I'm not saying that just because you find those good things and happiness in your life within yourself that you're going to stay in that position. That just it kind of shakes things up to bring something new in, to bring something better, to invigorate your soul, to invigorate, and to align your body, mind, spirit, so you can achieve those things and bring in more of it. That's what I feel. I know my situation is temporary. I know it. And so I'm not worried about it. I'm always sometimes get into situations where I'm like just really hardcore searching for ideas and something to do. You have to be in an energy of, let's flow with this. Don't push it. Let's flow with it. Let's look for opportunities, ideas, and move forward. And don't just sit on it and say, oh, maybe, but move forward with it. Okay. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more cards, and then we're gonna wrap it up because it is morning and I have to get ready for work in a little bit. But I will do this message until Spirit has nothing more to say. I have the Trust Your Vibes cards right here that I want to do real fast. You don't trust your intuition enough is what I'm hearing. You don't trust it. You don't trust yourself. And I feel like that is human. That's the human part of us, the human nature part of us. We tend to not trust, or we have a gut feeling, we don't go with it. And so I feel like we don't trust ourselves enough. And it feels very much like, wait a minute, these cards fell. So I need 1 or 2 cards, not half the deck. So I'm going to shuffle one more time. But I do feel one in here that I want to look at it. Okay, so this fake it till you make it card. I feel like this is... So, alright, put on a happy face, right? Practice smiling. Because I feel like psychologically that helps us to bring us out of a place of feeling low or whatever. Practice laughing. And by that I mean watch something funny. Listen to a comic, somebody that's a stand-up comic, or do whatever makes you laugh every day. Even if you have to put a pencil sort of in your mouth, sort of like you're biting down on it, and it's horizontal, not vertical. And it forces your mouth to form a smile, right? Whatever you have to do to teach your brain to be happier. Smile is indicative of happiness, for the most part. But fake it till you make it. Meaning, obviously what I just said, but yes, this is what I strive for, so I'm going to envision being happy. I'm going to envision being wealthier. I'm going to envision being healthier. whatever the case may be, fake it till you make it. Practice those things. And you will see that your energy will lift. I know people who would argue to the end, that'll just make me miss things more. That'll just make me want it more. Yeah, that's the point. Want it more. From your soul, from the depths of your soul, want it more. I want happiness. I want uh, romantic relate, whatever it is, romance. I want wealth. I want it all. And I have said that before. I want it all, God. I want to work on this, and this, and I want it all. And there's no reason why we can't have it all. So it feels very much like, your soul is speaking to you loud and clear, guys. Loud and clear. Listen. Pay attention. Move with it. Roll with it. And trust it. Okay? I want to see, is there anything else? I think that's it. But guys, I wanted to come to you and tell you, this is for me too. And I've been in this a long time, but I'm still learning and growing right along with all of you. And just know that this path isn't just something that falls out of the sky for you. We're part of this. This is your own path. Your path, not someone else's. And so you have so many opportunities to interact with the universe, with your divine creator, with your own soul, to move yourself forward, to rise up, to move through the what seems like setbacks, what seems like challenging times. Okay, believe me, I've been through enough of them throughout my lifetime. And I started going down that path the other day, and I started thinking about, how am I still here, and still moving forward with everything that I've been through. And I'm not in a woe is me energy. I'm saying, the loss of my son was the biggest impact thing that affected my life. And I chose to keep moving because I can't let myself lay down in my path. I can't let myself quit, and neither can you. And so we have this beautiful life that we are so capable of. And Archangel Michael says, don't be in a rush don't be desperate. Like I said, he's saying, take this time. Take your time. And what I mean by that is, and I think what he means by that is, take the time to go within. Take the time to explore your true feelings about what you want to change in your life. Because guess who holds the key? You do. You're never imprisoned, ever. There might be periods where you feel like you are like, well, how long am I going to be in this, chapter? And for some of you, you do feel strongly that, there is a timeline that Spirit says, okay, now you've learned your lesson, you can move on. And then sometimes that happens, but we have a big part in this. We have a big part in this, because we are that mighty phoenix that holds the key to be freed from that imprisonment and to not look behind, to rise from the ashes, to rise up to this beautiful time that is meant for you. I hope you have enjoyed this message, and I wish you all a beautiful day and days ahead. And I will be back on Sunday for sure to give the Sacred Sunday message. I love all of you so much, and just know that this time that we all carve out is so precious and very important to our growth. Until next time, namaste.